He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Panthers' offense will take the field first. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season will go a long way to deciding whether he wins the Heisman, but so far, Palmer, I've been impressed.
Man, the durability is just something to behold. And when you think back to former Heisman winners at the position, especially at Alabama, guys like Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry, that's what those guys had as well. They seemed to get better as games went on, but they also got better as the season went on, and that's what this guy's doing now.
Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. Just smothered on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side is Washington. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Looking for room. It's Reagan. Nowhere to go.
And they tried to run that sweep out route. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
They've got him corralled. And the Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Winfield. Out wide left, it's Sampson. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe. Everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Turning it on. Bust through behind his pad. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Raging Cajuns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for this offense. Pushes ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Louisiana. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Still on his feet at the 35. Maybe some room here. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for space. It's Butler. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. And the Panthers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Taken down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Panthers. Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back to throw. It's Winfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, He is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited, and a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this three-star QB is.
No sign of the field goal team. They'll go for it on 4th and short from the 28. Needs it. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He lets it fly. Makes a grab for a big play. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Motion from the wide receiver. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They put the brakes on him.
Well, they're trying to go toss on this play, but defense just wins at the point of attack. They're able to defeat the blocks and get the ball carrier down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Soft spot in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Georgia State now has it in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Butler. Got enough space. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was paving.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Coming out with it, it's Brown. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Louisiana offense heads out onto the field to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Winfield. Keeping his eyes downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns want to crank the tempo.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it down the field. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll run it. Hard running there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cajuns. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the point after is good.
Number 95, set to kick this one off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll ride him again. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play, and nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The give to the single back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Brown will throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. And the Panthers are facing 3rd and inches. Push is ahead. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Right side, it's Avery. There he goes. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the middle. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. Touchdown, Panthers! Great job by the back on the option.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Trying to establish the run. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 16, the Miami Hurricanes. Boston College with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season, disappointing by any team standards. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Center Park Stadium. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
The Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Winfield. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Checking in from the Panthers sideline. Their running back is making a little bit of history, and his teammates are very aware. That last touchdown, rushing touchdown, put him at the top of school history for this season. Guys are fired up, making sure he gets the game ball right there. He's trying to get his helmet back on and get ready to run back out there and make even more history here today. But guys are very aware that he's doing something special out on the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to the well. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Finds the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
On the run, it's Butler. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Left side is Avery. Touchdown, Georgia State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Down he goes. The Raging Cajuns moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. Under pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Flying out to the left. And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Out wide right, it's Avery. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Pulls it. Now the pitch. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. To the air, it's Winfield. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
Snags it and he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Raging Cajuns are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Tells to run, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Had to force that one.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bid up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets rid of it.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Hits inside. It's Butler. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The give to the back. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. The drama has been drained out of this game, but not so for the playoff race. Let's take a look at the projected playoff bracket here in Week 13, and not much time to shore up that resume. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Hits the hole. It's Butler. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Third and 6 yards to go. Brown wants to pass. Slips a tackle. He'll try to do it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns up, it's Butler. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Running inside. It's Harder. Bring him down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Unloads it left. Got his man. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And he puts through the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Fires to the tight end.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Pulled down there, but they'll they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Winfield. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Just keep slinging it. They're all over him. Finds his tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Raging Cajuns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Louisiana, 21.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
And that will be the final play as the